What's up, Nintendo gamers? The kid here. Nintendo and third parties. Oh boy, I've been meaning to get to this subject for a while. Now, I'm going to talk about both the Nintendo fans in general and the third parties and what in the world did they expect and all of that, and how Wii U is not getting third parties. And right now, it's pretty abysmal for third parties on the Wii U. Now, the first thing I'm going to get to is what in the world third party developers were thinking. Now, I don't know why they would test the waters of the Wii U with year old ports, and at that, they weren't even good ports. I don't know why they would test the waters you know, with the new console with old ports that most people played and is pretty much thrown out the water, and hey, no one wants it anymore. It came out when it came out and it did good when it did good, and now you're trying to give us that crap, you know, after so long. So I see the PS4, I see the Xbox One. They're getting all these third party games and stuff, and these are new IPs. These are sequels built from the ground up. I don't see anything that is a port. Sure, some of these games are going to be on, the PS3 and the Xbox 360, but that doesn't mean they're ports or anything. They didn't come out a year ago or anything. These will be current games that will be coming on these next gen consoles. Why didn't the Wii U get the same treatment? Why did we get a bunch of year old, sloppy, just disgraceful ports? And the thing is, they use this to test the waters of the Wii U, to see how, customers, fans will respond and buy and into you know, their games and all that, to, just base all their, I guess, statistics on if they'll make money on this console or not. One, where I don't know where you expect it. The Wii U was just launching. So if you expected to sell millions of copies of these old games and sloppy ports, I don't know what you were thinking. Two, when games that came out a year ago or a significant amount of time ago are getting worser reviews than the game that came out months ago, that's a problem. No one's going to buy the game because they don't want the inferior version, in which the Wii U was getting a lot of inferior versions of different games. Two, do not put a game on the Wii U and not support it with DLC because of sales. That's not fair. Like Activision, they put Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on the Wii U. I don't know what Activision was expecting, like everybody's supposed to bow down and kiss their butts and buy their game, but we didn't get supported with DLC for some stupid reason or another. I guess because there's a really small install base on Call of Duty Black Ops 2, but at the same time, there's a really small install base on the Wii U. So what did you expect? You should support the game because that was I guess I'm going to sound cliche, the most honorable thing to do, give people the same treatment. And Black Ops 2 wasn't even a bad port. That was actually a great port, and they put a lot of effort into the game with the off TV play and all the features. It had basically everything every other console version had, except for the DLC. And I don't get why they wouldn't put DLC on the Wii U. The Wii U is most definitely able to handle DLC and can do it quite well, just like any other console and what you expect. I mean, we got DLC for Injustice, and it's fine. You buy it, you got it. There's nothing wrong with it. So why skip out on this? Well, Activision likes money. So if you should have known, Activision, And I know I'm ranting a lot about Activision, but you should have known, Activision, that you weren't going to make a lot of money porting this game to the Wii U. Plain and simple. If anything, should have gave you more detail on that, is how the game sold on the Wii, your Call of Duties. But at the same time, they only sold so poorly is because they were pretty basic ports of a game that was in HD on other consoles. But you could at least let the install base grow before you start, determining things with sales, if someone's not going to get something or not. But anyway, I don't get why third parties thought they were going to sell so many units of their games that were old, sloppy ports. They were just bad ports. So I don't know what you were expecting. So don't try to use that as some excuse. Oh my God, Nintendo fans, they only buy Nintendo games. They don't buy the third party games, as an excuse, because it wasn't that we don't buy third party games, which I'm going to get to in a minute. It's that we don't want crappy ports anymore, and that's what we've been getting with the Wii. Granted, that's no one's fault but Nintendo's, because it was an extremely underpowered console, but at the same time, if you can put your effort into making something for the Wii U, you should have. And no one's idea of getting a new console is getting games that are a year or a couple of months old. That's just pathetic to expect that's what people want. We want new games just like you did on PS4 and Xbox 360. Moving on. Nintendo fans. Yes. People say Nintendo fans only buy Nintendo games. That is true to an extent. Another thing. Stop complaining, Nintendo fans, about not getting third-party games and then not supporting the games. If you want the game, get it. If you're going to complain about not having a game, well, at least back it up when the game does come out on the system or a third-party game does come. It may not be your taste or anything, but for the ones that it is, their taste, get the game. Don't just, oh my God, Nintendo, they're the only ones I can trust. No, third-party games are great too. Not everything is going to be a crappy port, at least from now on. All the launch games were crappy ports, but from now on, they should be good ports and everything without frame rate issues and just glitches galore and, just slowdowns and all that stuff. Get the game. Support the third parties. Don't just get Nintendo games. Nintendo games are great, but they're not the only games on the planet. Also, the performance of the Wii U, no third parties. The games are about to come out. The performance of the Wii U, in sales and stuff, should pick up relatively fast. With Pikmin 3 coming out, it's said to have sold 100,000 copies in 2 days, and that is only in Japan. So the Wii will most definitely pick up, and hopefully Nintendo keeps this hype train going, because starting next month, pretty much, there's going to be a new Nintendo exclusive game, first party game coming out each month till December. So that's something to look forward to. But I'm really sick of third parties, saying, that they can't get their game on the Wii U because of power or something. It's not what they want to focus on. I never really thought that, even on the Wii, that third parties really try to develop and use as much power as they could on the Wii. And I really don't think they'll do the same for the Wii U. I think they will try to do the bare minimum and try to just get the game on the Wii U and not try to innovate in any way. Because when it comes to Nintendo consoles, Nintendo, ever since pretty much the Wii, have been trying to change the way you play a game, and it just doesn't seem like third parties want to change the way people play the game. It seems like they just want to stay in the same stagnant, oh, you get a controller, you do this, and standard controls. Let's not think outside the box or anything. Nintendo is trying to make a future of where games are played differently, and believe it or not, Nintendo was on to something. Games are going to be played differently. in the future. Hey, if the world is still here 50 years from now, for all we know, we could never have controllers again. We're actually, using some type of, virtual reality or something. You never know. There's going to be new ways to play a game. And, you know, I think that Nintendo is trying to do something, but I don't think no one wants to follow it outside of just Nintendo themselves. If there's any type of, and this is starting to become a pattern, if there's any type of way third parties are going to use the gamepad, it's going to be for a map screen or something. Unless the game is exclusively made for the Wii U, it's going to do the bare minimum on the Wii U as far as the gamepad, and that's pretty sickening because a lot of Nintendo fans want to be able to use the gamepad because of its virtually unlimited possibilities of playing a game. So that's my whole rant and stuff, guys. So tell me what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe and favorite this video. And yeah, tell me what you think. And that's the end of this rant. So yeah, see you guys later.